Welcome back to the TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from HL Talk That Thought. He's a newer content creator. He's growing. He's doing well. I just wanted to help feature him, and he did a video on women hitting the wall. So please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. Let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
Where's it gonna go? Right in your butt. You like that song?
No.
That one isn't as good?
No.
Don't make songs like that, man.
That one was specifically crafted
Well, I mean, she's taking it pretty well.
just with you in mind.
That's good to know.
Put it in your butt. I'm gonna put it in your butt.
You gotta dig her fucking guts out till she motherfucking busts.
City boy, city boy, city boy, city boy.
It's a nice little remix.
If you want to keep your man happy, literally all you have to do is feed him, let him use all 3 holes, and give him his man time.
All 3 holes, she said. I have no complaints.
You smart. You very smart.
Sure, I'd love to explain. In general, women don't really see men as like a fixed number on a scale. We pretty quickly divide you into 3 different looks categories. On one end of the spectrum is male model. I know all my friends are going to think he's hot. This is rare to see in real life. It's usually celebrities. Then there's absolutely not, which is different for all women. My friend would never date a skinny guy under any circumstances, but I really like skinny guys.
We don't care.
Yeah.
But the vast majority of men fall into the other category, which ranges from meh to kind of cute. And as we get to know you, there are tons of
Yeah, that would be the average men that you really don't care for.
factors that literally change your physical appearance to us. Everything from the way your voice sounds to how you smell to how funny you are. And that can nosedive you down.
It's funny because the 2 lists is male models and then absolutely not have no like criteria for the list. But for the average man, from what we can tell, has a long list of criteria for him to be more attractive. Interesting.
Down into absolutely not, or bring you up to I want him status, which is so much hotter than even the male model category.
Stop the cap.
Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it. I did it.
She belongs to the streets.
I mean, if Steph Curry did actually divorce her, she would be not be able to find a man anywhere close to the status of Steph Curry.
You guys might make $1 million on only. You're trading $1 million for 45 to 70 years of loneliness. $1 million is a house.
They said they're okay with
It's
dying
not
off.
worth it, dude. There's a lot of life to live. She gave up a 3-year marriage to go to Miami. A 3-year marriage for Miami. She said, "Well, he didn't let me go to Miami."
You say men?
She threw away a 3-year marriage.
Sir, you're making her cry.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry. We just been through a lot, and I don't know what else to do.
Think about your choices a little bit more, ladies. Just think about your choices a little more.
Well, I guess
I'm gonna burn it. I'm gonna burn it now.
the truth hurts. Women can't handle the truth. They really can't, bro.
What's wrong? What is it? How I
Really?
love being a woman.
In a restroom?
Nobody told me how lonely being a man is. I had closer friendships with
That's what we try to tell men here. I think it's sad that men don't realize this, especially at his age. He looks at least, late 20s, close to 30 maybe. I think life's always been like that for men and will always be like that for men. For men not to know this is because you got coddled too much when you were younger.
with random women I met in the bathroom before I transitioned at clubs because of how open women are than I've had.
They're only open to this liberal transition, trans, LGBTQ things, if you were really a man, no, they don't care.
In my 8 years of transitioning, because women are just so much more vulnerable and deep than men. But to have known, and I think a lot of trans men feel this, is we knew what depth felt like before we transitioned. We knew what it felt like to have people want to hug us. And to have people want to talk to us. And to have a community. And then you transition and you're just a guy walking down the street that people cross the street so that they're not near you. And friendships are so much harder to build. And people are colder. What's hard is none of this invalidates how real and raw women and people who are in marginalized groups feel about cis.
I gotta bring up cis men again. I don't understand this. Cis white men. That has nothing to do with being a man. It really doesn't. You know, like, all men go through this, not just cis white men. African American men, Asian men, Hispanic men. This is life of a man. So, of course, you didn't grow up this way. So, you're experiencing it firsthand now that it's definitely different when you got coddled and, lived a life as a woman when you were younger. Of course, it is quite different. Most people don't transition to men as much as men transition into women. Why? Because the benefits of being a woman is much greater. The benefits of being a man is almost non-existent. There's a lot more negatives, I think, that women don't see.
White men. All of that's valid.
That is bullshit.
But I also now understand why the suicide rate is so much higher in men. Because this shit is lonely.
Yes, women are so much more deep and understanding, right? But it took you to become a man to understand why the numbers are the way they are. The suicide rates, the violent crimes, the drop out of school rates, and all these things are mostly men. Jailing rates. I don't think people really have to transition to actually understand this, but it takes you to transition to actually understand it, which is sad. Men understand women pretty well in a sense that, like, we understand some of the things they go through and some of the things that, it's tough for them, but they have no clue and don't even understand why men have a hard life.
And I'm an emotionally mature man.
I don't think crying on camera makes you emotionally mature.
I know how to build friendships, and it is still really, really hard. Try to think about how you can, in your small little community where you feel safe, can reach out to the men in your life and just help them feel maybe seen for a moment.
Newsflash to you, never gonna happen.
Yep.
Men are only seen when they provide some value. Welcome to the club.
100%. You're only seen or heard when you actually provide value to society or value to the people around you. Life of men. That's why you have to work on yourself to actually provide value for everyone and yourself.
So I have decided to give up on pursuing relationships.
Okay.
And the reason why I've decided this is, oh my God, not a whole bunch of them, but there's a few reasons. One is that I'm in my 50s.
Damn.
That's one big reason.
And I find that for me, 50s is the invisible age when it comes to women. This is just my viewpoint and seems like my experience. And it seemed like
it's when the wall is so great that men can't even see around it anymore.
men in their 50s want to date women in their 40s, and men in their 40s want to date women in their 40s and 30s
and 20s.
And the same thing with men in their 50s, but nobody touches 50s for women.
The wall is undefeated.
Like, we're done for. And of course we're not. but society, you know how that works, right? And so
It's not society, it's just men's preferences. No man is going to prefer a 50-year-old, especially if they're in their 50s and 60s. They don't have to. And there's younger women that still want them. I mean, 40-year-olds want 60-year-olds. So it is what it is. So it sucks that you've barely found this out now when you're 50, though.
I was on a dating app, and I realized that the men who were attracted to me, I wasn't attracted to them, and the
Oh, so there's still men that are attracted to you. Oh, but what? The men that you want aren't attracted to you, right? Oh, so it's still the same old story, except what do we always say, Mr. Godfather Kevin Samuels? Well, you become invisible. You know, the wall is undefeated. Men want younger women no matter what.
men who I was attracted to were not attracted to me.
Rejected.
And so that was very difficult. I did talk to a few of the men that I wasn't immediately attracted to because I read.
As we always say, man, like there's always going to be men in her DMs. It's just never the men she wants and she's attracted to, either physically, financially, or whatever it is.
Through their profiles. And but I find that when I talk to them, they were great people. It's just that I gotta be physically attracted as well, right? And so I take care of myself. I'm very physically active. I like to work out.
I mean, I admit she don't look like 50, but
to run. I'm always on the go. I mean, I'm on the same type of go I was on when I was 35 and 36, 37, 38. I'm not on the relaxation go where, I'm just going to go to a jazz club or get a lawn chair and listen to some blues. I ain't there. That's just not my thing. I am on the go. And so I'm looking for someone with the same energy level. But the ones that have the same energy level aren't interested in me.
Rejected.
So the fit, good-looking men that do physical activities and things like that, yeah, probably want younger women. Is that what you're saying?
So that's the funny part. And then, there are the men who have been married and they're done. Mm-hmm. They've been married once, twice, 3 times. They've paid alimony, child support, and they're done with that. They're thinking about their future and their retirement, and they cannot take the chance on losing money like that.
Yep.
So it's either cheap to keep her or just don't get married. I agree with them. I really do. And so I get it. But that's just one of the reasons why I'm just sort of kind of tired of the pursuit, right? And then, there are so many other reasons, but I think those are most of the reasons. And the other thing is that I want someone who's able to accept me right where I am. And
still want someone to accept you as you are. This is why we say older women can't change and don't want to change. This is why you want to pick a younger woman that is willing to conform to life together. Like she's at this point now and still is not willing to change to fit her life into a man's life.
When I say where I am, how I look, and not ask me to change my hair or my clothes, I can't do that. Because I want to trust him and I want him to trust me. And if we can't be on that level of trust,
that has nothing to do with trust, but okay, lady.
And there's no reason for us to date because it's crazy to go through a relationship not trusting. It's just really bananas. And I don't know why people do that. It's torture. So I just feel, the last reason is because I am not an Instagram model.
It doesn't matter if you are or not. There's beautiful models that were beautiful when they were young and now they're in their 50s. Men also don't pay attention to them. It has to do with your youth, lady. It literally has to do with your youth.
No.
Sensational.
As you can see, I am just your average attractive woman. I'm not beautiful. I'm not, pretty, but I'm attractive.
How do you know that? If you're not beautiful and you're not pretty, how do you know you're attractive? I mean, probably are. Most men think most women are attractive still, no matter what. But how do you know? You know, like if you just literally called yourself not pretty and not beautiful.
And I think men at almost all ages, except for maybe over 60, are looking for Instagram models.
No, lady, we're just looking for nice, fit, feminine, and young women. That's pretty much it. You just lost most of that. Mostly the feminine one, or the feminine slash youthful one. You still look fit. You still look decent, but
they're looking for the BBLs, the big tiny waistline. I'm not saying all of them are, but it sure does seem like it.
Well, yeah, tiny waistline, but BBLs, so many women have it, and it's not that attractive. It really isn't.
And cool. That's cool. But I think that a lot of us are missing out on some really cool, mentally and emotionally stable people like me.
What?
But no one wants to experience. I think people want to experience whatever it is that's out there. And then they want to say that women are crazy. But then I'm here. And many women like me are out here who are ready to be supportive and understanding and loving. And will
after you hit 50, men wants that exact same thing, but in a younger model. And they can't get it. That's it.
Go to Timbuktu to make sure you're okay.
We don't care.
It doesn't sound like that, lady, because you literally said you don't want to conform to the man. If the man wants to tell you to change your outfit or whatever it is, you're not going to do it. So you're not supportive in any way in that sense. And you're not conformative to a man's life.
I don't think a lot of people want that. I think they want this beauty on their arm, and they're hoping that beauty is stable and emotionally stable. Many of them are, but many of them aren't. And good luck with that. So, yeah, I've given up. I'm done.
I felt like that was a little bit of shame towards younger women.
And I'm going to be traveling, and I'm going to be doing my thing.
What a surprise.
And
right?
I just won't be pursuing it.
They haven't you been traveling this whole time? You're 50 now, so you're going to keep traveling. Like, you're turning into a passport sis?
Anymore.
She belongs to the streets.
How was that, Chow? I know I interrupted her a lot, but I just love interrupting. Oh, shout outs to HL Talk That Thought. You know, like, just want to help him out. He's growing, just started, so he's a little bit above 1,000. He's almost at 2,000. Let's help him get to 2,000. Please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And let's get to that. Or I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.